Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosien. Our producer is Nick Steffens. Our publisher is Matt Bryant, and we are part of the Southeast Iowa Union. A fun Friday show that we are pre-recording on Thursday, trying something new. No guest is why we're doing the tank top situation. It's balmy in the
You're
studio.
doing the tank top situation, not weird.
Well, it's like hot, and I've got the fan on me. So today's show, fun things in store. We're going to talk about Councillor Galt's resignation and some other breaking news things, not stealing too much from the news break.
Yes.
We'll also talk about some fun animal stories and play a pronunciation game. Before we start, I've had several people message me a story about an Iowa mayor who posed nude for a magazine. Not this mayor. The tank top is as much as we're going to get. But in Creston, Iowa, as a fundraiser for a brewery magazine, the mayor is naked, holding a chicken in his lap.
He apparently has underwear on, so he's not completely naked.
And it's for a good cause, and there's a quote, but it's gaining traction. It's all of this thing. So that's in Creston, Iowa. Breaking news. All right, so as mentioned, it's 34 degrees and cloudy. Outside, it is hot, per usual, here inside. Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Were you late to work today?
Surprisingly, only about 10 minutes. So I needed to leave my house at 7:25 to get here on time, and I woke up at 7:24.
That's
ran to the bathroom, put deodorant on, put water in my hair just to get the cowlicks down. Went to Dunkin' Donuts, got my coffee there.
All right.
And I was only 10 minutes late, but I feel like I'm sleepwalking, and I don't know if I'm awake or not.
You'll be all right. You do look pulled together.
Thank you.
And there's no keeping the secret from the boss. It's out there now.
Yeah, it was fine. Only 10 minutes.
All right. Well, welcome. Good morning.
Still waking up.
Since our last show, there's been just 29 calls for service, 4 in traffic, 4 in suspicious activity, 4 sex offender checks, and 3 in the animal. 2s and 1s for the rest of the list. I've kind of been highlighting animal things lately, as you well know. But let's start first with the semi in Wellman that was parked in the eastbound lane just west of Elm. No lights on it, and with the fog, the caller almost ran into the semi.
Oh.
That'd be bad.
Well, when I had to drive to work in that fog, and apparently people with white...
You weren't late when the fog did.
Yeah. Apparently the people with white and silver cars are the ones that don't turn their lights on, which is the worst color car to have with no lights, because it was several times there was...
Close calls
for me, and then also...
You have a white car, you turn your lights on.
Yeah, I had but some people didn't, and there was a few accidents that
I'm spoiled.
happened. Now
in my late 30s, I haven't had a car without automatic headlights for a hot minute, so
yeah.
I like it. It just does it. But no disrespect, we all have different vehicles for different eras. Next up, we have the neighbor that was throwing garbage bags into the fire. This has been going on all morning. 106 responded, unable to reach anyone at the residence. We'll continue to check back.
I feel like burning trash is not a morning activity.
And it's not. We've talked about this. Leaves are good, or
I guess it's not a legal activity either, but definitely not a morning activity.
Bad behavior at the middle school. Reports a student assaulted 2 teachers. Not okay. This is a thing. In Kelowna, we have the report of a barking dog in the fenced-in backyard north of Casey's in Kelowna. 92.8 responded, unable to locate the dog. We had a bad check in Kelowna as well for $225.72, and also a reported theft of coins valued over $3,000. Are these 2 different things, or these are the same thing? I'm
not quite sure.
Unsure
either.
Potential robbery in progress also at Casey's. We had some issues on the square. We had a 2-vehicle accident in front of the coffee corner. No injuries. Looks like just a little fender bender. Oh, I missed a couple pages. We had on East Washington Street someone that came into City Hall, that's the address, with an injured bat in a blue bag. 106 responded and helped the caller with the bat. I'm going to have to ask about that. Yeah. How do we help? Because I think it's illegal to kill a bat. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised just since they eat insects and all that stuff. And
I'm not in the habit of the murder. I just toss them outside, the one that I found in the house. We had in Lexington Boulevard the report of a vape pen on an inmate. 9214 and 9217 both responded, charged the individual with introducing contraband into a jail. What's your first thought?
I mean, it is an addiction, so I mean...
Well, my first thought is how he snuck it in.
That's true. Well, yeah. I don't want to think about that part, but...
Well, I think that it just slipped by the...
Yeah.
the jailers, I believe. We have another juvenile on north side of the county, out of control, also in possession of drugs. 9219 responded, disregarded 17, report to be filed, juvenile charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and drug inhalation.
Oh.
Well, that is a new one. That concludes our police report. Hey, let's do a quick little good week 4, bad week 4 before we go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the breaking news things and the animal things and your game that you've got for me. Good week for icons. After an anonymous buyer paid $218,750 for an old pair of suede Birkenstock leather sandals worn by Apple founder Steve Jobs in the 1970s. The auction house said the sandals' cork and jute footbed retains the imprint of Steve Jobs' feet, which had been shaped after years of use. Had you seen this?
Yeah, people are just weird.
This is true.
And I can't even find like Birkenstocks for myself, and this guy's going out and buying Steve Jobs' Birkenstocks.
For just shy of $250,000.
Yeah.
True story.
Which is about what real Birkenstocks are actually.
They are kind of pricey, aren't they?
$160 for like the Bostons is what they're called. That I want.
Those are the
really
classics,
bad.
yeah.
Well, the ones that kind of have like a covering on the toes. I don't need my toes out and about. And
those are what I would wear as well. I had ingrown toenails as a young juvenile football player.
Same.
And I don't have pretty feet now.
I do not either. And my thing is like when people wear like sandals and flip-flops in public, not a fan.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Good week for free market competition. After discount retailer Sam's Club dropped the cost of its in-store hot dog and drink combo to $1.38, which undercuts the $1.50 hot dog and drink combo offered by arch rival Costco for decades.
Yeah,
I think I've had that hot dog once. It made my tummy feel not well.
I mean, it's kind of like when Burger King released those like $1.49 nuggets. Like, what are they making them with the rats in the back? Because like, how do you get it that cheap? That's my concern.
Yeah, I've seen these skits. We have one more, the bad week for, but I don't not quite understand it. It says, this is according to the Week magazine, bad week for making women laugh. After comedian Pete Davidson, 29, rebounded from his breakup with Kim Kardashian by dating model and internet star Emily Ratajkowski. Previously, the non-hunky Davidson has dated Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, Kaya Gerber, Phoebe Never, I don't know that one, and other A-list actresses and models. This is true. Yeah. He's dated like hot celebrities.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of this.
I kind of understand it in a sense because he's a funny guy and has a level of confidence to him. But at the same time, it's like you look at him and you're like, really?
Well, I'm a fan of the underdog. And
Same.
He has a reputation for being, narrow.
Yeah.
So
but
good for
I don't
him.
know how that's bad news. I mean, I think that's great news for guys that are kind of ugly.
That's exactly what I thought. Hey, thank you for watching Washington Live. Coming up next week, we are looking forward to invitations to Mike Zoz to talk about the nativity scene and Pastor David Watson to talk about their annual Christmas fundraiser and meal. That will be coming up next week. This week, we're going to talk breaking news right after the break. We'll see you in a minute.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hey, Andrea. What do you call a beehive with no exit?
What?
Unbelievable.
It's so sad.
So, ha ha ha. Thank you, Todd. And welcome back to Washington Live. Breaking news, but before we do that, if you have not clicked the like and follow, would love it if you do that so you are notified when we go live. Also, if you have a birthday shout out, you can stick that in the chat, local event, anniversary. You can also email washialive@gmail.com. So without stealing from your news break, I am going to cover these relevant city news bits. Councillor Galt has resigned from the city council at the end of the meeting we had on Tuesday. So at our next meeting, we will look to either appoint or replace or what that plan will be. But Steve served for 6 years, and as mentioned in Kaylin's article, kept me on my toes.
Yes, and I did that was on yesterday's news break, so you're not, well, when this
Not
is airing.
stealing from that one.
Wednesday's news break, because,
Very good.
yeah.
Well, he will be missed. We have a variety of city councilors and different perspectives, and his, like I said, helped me become a better mayor and helped us all work through issues. So no more Councillor Galt. The other breaking news items would be the interim director for the ambulance barn being Katrina Altenhofen, who's the director of hospice. And finally, the offer of the Federation Bank building for $800,000. That's half price from what they listed it at $1.6 million originally, $50 a square feet, 1/3 of the cost of what the remodel at Orchard Green would be. I have some pretty strong opinions that I shared with the county supervisors respectfully about the potential problems with a $9 million remodel at Orchard Green that sends everyone from the downtown to the outskirts through a dangerous intersection. And one comment was about Washington, like being city-centric, but I have to point out that it's not the city of Washington courthouse, it's the county courthouse. And as such, that beautiful building, I think, I mean, I want investment in the downtown. So as mayor, I had to put that hat on and do my due diligence and speak to it. But I'm sure you'll talk more on the break about that offer from Dale Torpy, who's on the board for the Federation Bank, offering the building, the tallest building in the downtown.
I learned that like my first week here. It's the only 4-story building. 5-story building. That's what it was.
Which is one of the reasons the fire department has the aerial, because without the aerial, it would not reach the tallest building, and that would, be bad.
Yeah.
If there were an incident.
Yeah, fun little Washington facts there.
So those are the Washington news stories. Let's talk about these weird animal stories that are floating around. First off, we have the alternate World Cup pits camels against each other in Qatar. It's the camel beauty contest. I have heard of these before. And the winning camels owners get 200,000 Qatari rials or $55,000.
You've heard about this before?
I've heard about like camel beauty contests.
Huh, I have not.
Not in depth. I'm not like an expert.
A connoisseur.
But according to HuffPost, this is think Westminster Dog Show crossed with Miss America pageant, except with camels. 15 camels competed for the crown, wearing bejeweled collars and draped with strings of gemstones. There's some shit talk from camel owners to camel owners here in the story, and the main attraction were the purebred female camels. Hey, I have seen a camel at the Kelowna Exotic Animal Auction years and years ago. It was an albino 2-humped camel.
Ooh.
And I think it was one of those things where people in the audience were bidding. They're like on the phone doing the auction. And I think it reached like $28,000 and the reserve was not meant.
Oh my God.
People that want camels would be like circus stuff, but apparently expensive. Well, you think you have to import them. A camel, we're not like, I suppose you could breed them if you had to.
Yeah, well, I think someone that lives south of Mount Pleasant has a camel. Either that, or
There's a bar called the Thirsty Camel, and they have fainting goats.
Oh, well, I saw a camel outside of Mount Pleasant once, and I don't know if that was real or if I was hallucinating, but I'm pretty sure I saw a camel, and I also saw one in someone's front yard in like rural Missouri once.
Weird.
So apparently people have camels in
do
Iowa
exist.
and in Missouri.
Well, that's our camel story about the beauty contest. We also have some issues with menacing wild turkeys. This is in Woburn, Massachusetts. A flock of these hooligans with their especially tough turkey leader named Kevin. 5 wild birds spend a lot of time, in particular, on the lawn of a woman named Megan Tolson, according to a report from The Guardian. This was published on Thanksgiving, which is fitting. Tolson gave Kevin his name, characterizes him as the bad egg amongst an otherwise all-female turkey crew. So he's kind of a player.
Yeah.
The hen she calls Gladys, Esther, Monica, and Patricia. The women are mellow and not so territorial, but I think he kind of amps them up to get them going to chase people. Tolson has multiple videos showing Kevin lurking near the door of her home or car. They don't let you out of the house. National attention has been brought to Kevin and his band of rogues. Local media has also covered their antics. I guess that counts for us now, too. 6 a.m. they're chasing people, said resident Devin Farron. David Scarpetti, a turkey expert with the state's wildlife department, told CBS Boston that these problems arise when turkeys become too habituated to humans. Typically, this happens due to people feeding them directly or from the turkeys freeloading off of bird feeders intended for other kinds of birds. Are you a bird feeder guy?
No, I am not.
None of that?
Yeah.
Turkeys are just kind of acting out what they do amongst themselves, he said. Running away can fuel the problem because they'll begin to see you as subdominant to them.
Oh.
Well, that throws out a new one.
Yeah.
So these people that are getting chased away are just encouraging this bad behavior.
Well, I'm more concerned about the guy who's a turkey expert. How do you get into that career field?
Well, it says here he was the state's wildlife department.
Oh, okay.
I think
So
you
he
have
was
to have a variety of animal
okay.
knowledge.
So it's not just he's not turkey
Remember our
specific.
guest Zach Rosmus, who talked
Yeah.
about the owls, but he knows
That's true. He's
more
not an owl expert. Well, he is, but not like that's his
primary
thing.
Spot on. Hey, one other fun animal story. This is in. Well, where is this at? Oh, this is in England. This Rosie Border Collie, who was lost from home, was reunited after strolling, and the CCTV footage shows it. It's fantastic. The dog walks straight into the police station, curls up, and was lost, and then reunited with her owner after she walked into the station on her own steam. You can tell this is written by the English. Surveillance footage showed it, just like I mentioned. She curled up in the corner. The owner's contact information was right on the collar. What a lovely, clever dog, said the police on Facebook. Those are the fun animal stories. None of the ones in the police log are so fun.
No, they're
more
not.
tragic.
They're usually, there's usually a sad ending.
Well, I think we have moved forward from the camel tragedy in my family because
Wait, the camel tragedy?
the donkey tragedy.
Okay. I thought there was some background to you that I did not know about yet.
No, because at the hunt now we are making some light jokes. So
Yeah.
Clyde, may he rest in peace. I think we are moving forward from
That's good.
that terrible
That's
incident. Anything else before we go to our last break? And when we come back, it sounds like you have the encyclopedia of the most mispronounced 5 mispronounced things.
It was like the Captioning Society.
Oh, the Captioning Society. Okay.
The most mispronounced words of 2022.
Well, we will do that, and we will wish some birthdays. I have a few belated birthdays and current birthdays to wish. And after this next break, you can put me through the ringer here with these strange words. Thanks for watching Washington Live. We'll see you after the break.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm Jaron. That's Nick. We're going to close out today's show with this activity you have for me.
Yes, I found this when I was frantically searching for things for us to talk about today.
Oh, don't be frantic. You were frantically driving here this morning.
I was, because today has just been a blur.
It'll be all right. So these are the Captioning Society's mispronounced words. The first one, American news anchors face criticism for mispronouncing the Scottish capital during coverage of Queen Elizabeth II's memorial in September.
Yes.
So this is, I think it's Edinburgh, but it's spelled like Edinburgh. So I'm going to guess Edinburgh.
So it is actually Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Shoot, so I got the first part correct.
Yeah, it's Ed in, and then bruh.
I got you now.
Yeah. So,
Edinburgh.
So that's... I forget,
right.
I don't know why I didn't know that one, but...
I was looking at this word and I thought it'd be the vowel at the beginning that turned me up. All right, let's move on. The next one is the alcoholic beverage. I guess you could be doing this part, but it's fine. Alcoholic beverage introduced to the world by actor Emma... I'm going to mispronounce that.
I think it's just Darcy. I think it's just a fancy way to say Darcy.
Whose social media mention of the drink received more than 14 million views. This is the Negroni Spagliato. Negroni
Yep.
Spagliato.
You got it the second time, Spagliato.
Yeah, you have to do it all.
Negroni Spagliato.
Working at Cafe Dodici, which I understand we had a little disagreement about the pronunciation of Dodici.
Yeah, because I didn't, as a non-Washington native, I didn't know the proper...
I would say it's similar to like bruschetta, which the American pronunciation people say bruschetta, but the correct and Italian way would be bruschetta. With a K, bruschetta. It's not an actual K. But anyway, similar to, if I may say, a lot of people say Dodici, and I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But Dodici
okay.
would be correct. And it is
Keep that in the mind.
12. I remember this all for my 7 years. It's all about 12 vital organs of the body, 12 months of the year, 12 disciples of Christ, 12 signs like of the stars, astrological signs.
Okay, yeah.
12 is that all-encompassing thing. So that is where the name comes from.
I like that.
I am easily distracted. All right, so our next that you have for me is the Serbian tennis star.
Yes.
Oh, let's see here. Novak Djokovic. Is it the D silent like Djokovic?
You're close. Djokovic. So you're right. You were right with the D being silent, but Djokovic. Okay.
All right, we're learning things today. Hope you stuck with us and you're learning things too. What's our next one? Why don't you? Do you have the definitions?
I do have the definitions. So this one is Major League Baseball's rule, a new rule that was made for AL MVP. Allows a starting pitcher to remain in a game as a designated hitter even after leaving the mound. So
what showing it? I think it's Ohtani.
Yes. This one doesn't have the first name. How would you pronounce that first name?
Shohei?
Yeah, you got it right.
Hey.
Shohei Ohtani.
Sweet.
Now this is where
I'm not doing too bad.
Don't get too confident.
Here.
This is where it's going to get rough for you.
All right, let's see what you got here.
It is. Oh, I don't think I could get this one, even with the phonetic spelling in front of me.
This is the Dolphins quarterback.
The Miami Dolphins quarterback who...
Well, I'm going to have to work through in segments. So I think we have Tuani Gamagnolo-Pola, Tago Viola. I got the last... Oh, this is too much for me. Well, they call him Tua, right?
Yeah, that's just Tua.
So why don't you just give it to me?
Okay, now I have the phonetic spelling. Tua Ning Umanu Ola.
All right, Nick, you're doing great.
Okay, let's start from the beginning again. Tua Ning Umanu Ole Pola as the first name. Tung Ove Loa.
Where is his...
I don't...
The origin of this name...
I think it's Hawaiian.
Intrigues me.
I'm 98% sure it's Hawaiian.
All right, well, luckily our last one, before we wish them happy birthdays, does seem easier in comparison.
Yes.
So this is Ukrainian, so okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me sing. Zaporizhia.
You're pretty close. You got the first Zaporizhia.
Gosh,
so you got the first two
I thought it was a harder T.
Yeah.
Zaporizhia.
But the ZH back-to-back is not the easiest.
Hey, so this is the Ukrainian city, the location of Europe's largest nuclear power plant, which was shut down in September as the nation's war with Russia raged in the area. Yeah. Hey, who says you don't learn things on Washington? I don't know who, but we do. Happy birthdays today to Sheila Hansen and to my classmate Jordan Garrett. Happy belated birthdays to Emily Nutzman Kim Coleman, Liz Harris, and all the way in Europe, Michele Santoro. Happy belated birthday to you. Celebrity birthdays, would you like to give them?
Yeah, so our national day is Weary Willy Day, which is the art of being a clown. It's supposed to appreciate clowns and all of the work that they do.
Because
I didn't know what it was either. And then our birthdays are Judi Dench, John Malkovich, and then Hikaru Nakamura, which is another chess player I had to throw in there because of my affinity for chess.
Your affinity for chess. Happy celebrity birthdays to them. Hey, thank you for watching Washington Live. If you're wondering why it's early, it's because we've pre-recorded and this will launch on Friday a little earlier than our normal, right?
Yeah, I haven't decided on the time, but I think 8. I think 8. I think I'm going to do 8.
All right, sir. You could do 7 when people are getting ready.
Well, because Facebook says like, oh, here's when like your followers are most active on Facebook, and it says 8. So maybe I could do like 7:45.
Well, we're trying something new and hope that you enjoy it. Next week, we'll look forward to guests David Watson and Mike Zaz on Washington Live. We'll see you then.